I was really excited about Celestial Voices too, because I had had a piece on the first Celestial Voices album, and I thought that both the piece and the album were very successful. For Celestial Voices 2, now got 3 on there, Sanctus and Benedictus, O Sacrum Convivium, and the piece called Lucis Creator Optime. This album is sacred music, and much or maybe all of it in Latin. I've written a lot of sacred music. That's how I kind of got my start. But I've also written a lot of secular choral music and instrumental music. For me, in vocal music, the first element is always the text, because there's meaning in there that's going to be conveyed to the listener, whether they're a native speaker or reading it in translation. And it's important to work with that, to see how you can comment on the text, add to it. It's kind of like taking a jewel and making a setting for it. With sacred music, then there are additional elements in terms of faith and belief that come into play. But what is amazing to me, and probably you've found this yourself, is that a lot of people listen to this music even though they don't necessarily share the same belief system or any belief system, because it speaks to them at some deep level. I think with Latin that's particularly true because nobody really speaks it on a day-to-day basis anymore in our world. But the sound of those words, and particularly those vowels that are so pure, really let the music come out. It tends to strike deep within us somehow. The Sanctus and Benedictus has a long story of its origin. It started kind of like a study decades ago when I was just trying to figure out more about writing for choir. I envisioned it as part of a whole mass of several movements from the Catholic traditional service. And then I thought, hey, this is a piece that I could work up, maybe take another look at and add strings to, and it could be good on its own. I think the piece is scalable. You could have a bigger choir or smaller. What you would need to do is adjust the number of strings so that there's a good balance. When I was writing it, I went back and did some revisions and added to the string parts, which initially, in my early days, just doubled the voices. So there's an independent part, both at the top and the bottom, and sometimes in the middle, that needs to be heard. It's very scalable, and I think the strings really add a nice dimension to the sound.